Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, it's a daytime vlog, which means Peter got a really good night's sleep last night. I went to bed about 11 o'clock and I planned to get up at about 12:30 or 1 to come vlog. I also wanted to finish this audiobook that I'm listening to because I am so just kind of blah about it that I'm like ready to finish it and get on to the next one, which is horrible, but it's kind of how I feel about it. And I woke up at like 1 o'clock and I was like, I think I'm just gonna do a vlog tomorrow and I'm gonna sleep through the night and get a good night's sleep. So I did, and Alex had some meetings and stuff today. He's on his way over to his mom's house right now and to visit with her for a little bit. So I am gonna vlog and I'm gonna take you guys with me while I go do, oh, that's not the lip gloss I want, while I go do a review video. And then I'm gonna do a video on my Peter Does Stuff channel, maybe. Oh, this guy is throwing a Frisbee to his dog out here in the snow. I don't know if you can see it, but it snowed yesterday and it's snowing kind of right now really lightly. It's so pretty. I got my Winter Wonderland. This is the kind of snow that I like. Well, last night we got a couple inches and it was like really kind of like light and wet snow, but it's so pretty and it stayed on the ground. It started melting a little bit today. I had to move my car for Alex, and when I came out to my car, my windshield was frozen over and stuff, so I put my car in the garage, and when I came out right now, it's 30 degrees. It was completely melted and my car was already warm and stuff. It was kind of nice. So anyway, I cannot find, I keep on pulling out the same lip gloss. Last night, I got us Maggiano's. Here it is. And then we watched RuPaul's Drag Race. And then we went to bed early. It was really a nice night, honestly. It was very relaxing, and we love our RuPaul's Drag Race nights. I wanted to watch the newest episode of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but we didn't get to that, so maybe tonight. Melissa and I had talked about maybe going to dinner tonight, like the four of us, and then maybe Alex and I will come home afterwards and watch a TV show or a movie or something, and then he said something to me on the phone right now about just doing something, so I don't know. We're just gonna kind of play it by ear, I guess. I need my sunglasses. It's not like super bright, but it's kind of a little bit bright out. Yesterday, what did I do yesterday? It's so funny when I wear sunglasses, like when it snows outside, because it reminds me of when I was a little kid and we would go skiing, and you know, my dad and everybody would wear goggles, and I always wanted to wear like ski sunglasses because I thought it was so cool. So I would always get ski sunglasses. Isn't that so funny? But anyway, and they would always be like in blue or like red tint, you know? My Starbucks, I'm going to get Starbucks right now. My Starbucks closes every day really early. I mean, it's 2:47 and they're already closed for the day, which I think is bizarre. If they were even open today, I don't know. They were closed down for like a week. I'm wondering if they're gonna close. Because they haven't been, here's my other lip gloss. They haven't been open very often. And when they are open, they close early. That's the Starbucks that I go to regularly. So I don't know what's going on with that Starbucks. And then I have a feeling I'll come over here and there'll be like a huge line. But oh well. I'm ready for some coffee. Doesn't look too busy, honestly. Oh shoot, I should have brought some water with me. Oh, it's a little bit crowded. It's a lot crowded. Oh well. We're just vlogging. But yeah, I don't know why that Starbucks is like closed down all the time. And I hope that they're not gonna close because I really like that Starbucks and all the people there. And it's super convenient to me. Look at the guy's coat. I like that coat. It's like a vest or a coat. And it has like brown corduroy on the back. And it's blue. He's going in to go shopping at Target. Yesterday I got up. What did I do yesterday? I don't even remember, honestly. I like can't even remember. Oh, yesterday I got up and I was getting ready to go get coffee. You know, I honestly never even went and got coffee yesterday, I don't think. I got up and I did this video of making my bed. And there's just like a little bit left in this. I did a video making my bed for my Peter Does Stuff channel. And then which I honestly have no idea how that video did. Where did my phone go? But I'm having a lot of fun on that channel. And then I did a Peterisms video. And then I did a drama video, which I'm actually getting ready to post here in just a little bit because then a bunch of stuff happened yesterday. So I was like waiting for it to like get all done while this happened. So then while I was out, that's when I drove around to listen to my audiobook for a little bit. And I was gonna do a review and I didn't end up doing a review because I was just lazy listening to my audiobook. And the speaker is so loud. And so
good afternoon, welcome to Starbucks. How can I help you?
could I please get a venti iced blonde Americano with an extra shot and one Splenda?
Venti iced blonde Americano, extra shot, one Splenda. Can we get anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Wonderful. Can I have a name for your order, please?
Peter.
All right, Peter, that'll be $4.74 at the window.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So then I was gonna go do this review video, and that was when like Alex was like finishing stuff up, and he was like on his way home. And so I listened to some of my audiobook. It's called well, I'll talk about that in just a second. But anyway, I didn't end up doing a review video, and then I texted him and I was like, because I had like pulled in behind this what do you call it? I have been like included in this what was I gonna say? This is where Valerie said I get real distracted during the day, and I do. So I pulled in behind this gas station because I was getting gas, and while I was pumping my gas, I was like looking at Twitter and all this drama stuff had happened, and people had sent me stuff. So I pulled into the gas station behind, or I pulled into the parking lot behind the gas station when there's like this strip mall there and stuff. I sometimes stop there when I vlog. And I was like watching these videos that had been put up and whatever, and then I was like, I have to film this video. Like I was so like fired up about it. So I went to pick up the food at Maggiano's. I ordered it while I was sitting there because I asked Alex what he wanted, and he wanted lasagna, and then I ordered it while I was sitting there, and it was delicious. We got, oh my god, fettuccine and lasagna and garlic bread, and we each got salads, and their salad was really good. I got like this chopped salad and had them take out like the prosciutto ham, and it was really, really good. I like Maggiano's. Alex doesn't love Maggiano's. I was kind of surprised last night because I was like, I guess he was home when I left, because I was like, do you think that you might want, because I was like, what are you going to do for dinner? Because we were just going to watch RuPaul. He was like, he was going to take this hot yoga class, but then he decided not to, because he was like, I'm too tired. I just want to relax, and it's cold outside, because it had been snowing in the afternoon. And I said, okay, I said, well, what do you want to do for dinner? Are you planning? He's like, well, I have leftovers. He had leftover fried rice from the other night, and he and Sarah got like sushi and fried rice and stuff. So he had extra fried rice, and he had extra something else, and then he had stuff to make a salad. So then I was like, well, do you want Maggiano's? Because I think I might order Maggiano's, because it's like cold outside. It's like a perfect night for Maggiano's. And he was like, I would maybe want Maggiano's. And I was like, okay. So I got Maggiano's, and it was perfect. But I will tell you that if you go to Maggiano's, they don't do, well, our Maggiano's doesn't anymore, because I asked them, because on DoorDash they didn't do it. We're like on the classic, like lasagna, fettuccine, those kinds of things, spaghetti and meatballs or meat sauce, or you know, whatever, that if you order it, you get like an extra order of it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Okay, so if you know what I'm talking about, Maggiano's, we used to go there on, like, this was one of our date nights when we were like saving money and stuff, but it's a great deal. So if you go in there and you order one of their, what's called considered a classic pasta, you get another one to take home with you of any of their classic pastas. It doesn't have to just be that one, which is great, because then we could have it for the next night for dinner, and they're huge sizes, or Alex could take it to lunch like the next couple days for work or whatever. So but they don't do that anymore. But now what they do is you can pay $5, and it's called something like double the order or double the size or something like that. So basically for $5 extra, you get another huge side of it. So I did that last night. So we each got extra sides. And their garlic bread, if you've never had their garlic bread there, it's not just their regular bread that comes with the butter. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about their garlic bread. It is so, so, so good. So got that. Oh, they got a pup cup for their dog. I used to always do that for Pee-Pee. I don't know that Boo Radley would know what to do with a pup cup. He's wanting to sleep in all day today. I told Alex was like, are you just getting up? And I said, yeah. And I said, it's not my fault. I said, Boo Radley wanted to sleep in. He said, Peter! LOL. Anyway, so we did that. We watched RuPaul. I just made videos yesterday and stuff. My day was like not that exciting. So I'm reading this book, and it's called, I'd seen it. I don't think the guy had read it, I'd seen it on that Angus's booktube channel. I talked about this the other day. He did a video where he was blindfolded, and his partner like would hold up a book, and then he had to guess what it was, and he couldn't see, and like he could describe it to him by like the colors and stuff. So I am sometimes so taken by the title or the cover of a book. Don't judge a book by its cover. So anyway, the book was called How to Pack for the End of the World. And it was like described as like, I really feel like the synopsis was unfair. It was described as if like the Breakfast Club were at a boarding school, and they were concerned about the end of the world or something like that. Here, I should just read it to you, because if I read it to you, you'd be like, yeah, that sounds really good, doesn't it? I know as soon as I pull this up, it's going to be my turn to go. Because Goodreads is so slow on pulling stuff up. By the way, tomorrow, Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the True Crime Book Club's, or a True Crime book. Mel and I go back and forth. We're like, we should have called it the True Crime Book Club. And I'm like, yeah, we go back and forth. Is the True Crime, it doesn't matter. It's the True Crime Book Club's live book discussion over the Casey Anthony book, Imperfect Justice. Okay, so here is the synopsis for this book. The Breakfast Club meets We Are the Ants, which is one of my favorite books ever by Sean David Hutchinson, which is about this kid, and he's gay, and his boyfriend's died, and he's being abducted by aliens. Okay, there is nothing like that in this book whatsoever. I don't know where they came up with comparing this to We Are the Ants. In this timely story for a generation of young activists, if you knew the world was going to end tomorrow, what would you do? This is a question that haunts Amina as she watches new and horrible stories of discord and crisis flash across the news every day. But when she starts at prestigious Gardner Academy, Amina finds a group of like-minded peers to join forces with, fast friends who dedicate their year to learning survival skills from each other before it's too late. Still, as their prepper knowledge multiplies, so do their regular high school problems, their relationship drama. No, it's boring. They have like this club and they like meet and they like are supposed to go. I feel like the author, this is how I'm so surprised that some stuff gets published and other stuff can't. Like, there's always independent authors out there that just literally cannot get anybody to look at their stuff. And then this is somebody that obviously worked in publishing or something. I bet you anything if I looked up this author, it's like she worked in publishing. Hold on a second. More about the author. She has to have some connection. Oh, it doesn't say anything about her. Oh, she's got several books out. I don't know. I'm just not impressed. It's boring, and it's not fully realized, and I'm ready for it to be over. And it was funny because I was saying this to Valerie last night, and Valerie's like, it's not very... Oh, this smells like my hand sanitizer.
Hi, 474.
How are you? Your hair is so pretty. Is that your natural color? Are people jealous all the time?
I get lots of comments about it.
You get what?
I get lots of comments about it. The weirdest one is when people ask to touch it.
Yeah, that's rude. But it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Her hair was like the most striking color of red I have ever seen. It was gorgeous. It looks like it had natural highlights in it and everything. It was beautiful. And what a pretty personality too, you know? I am such a believer. I want to make sure I say this the right way. That, like, you know, our society focuses so much attention on physical beauty. You know, and as somebody that's been interested in fashion and beauty, or fashion and the beauty world and all that kind of stuff, I mean, I have too, you know. I mean, I think we don't all do that, but I think to some degree, you know, we do. But it's interesting because, like, those, like, fashion models or whatever that I've always thought were extremely attractive are typically the ones that there's something like a little unique about, you know, that has like a gap between their teeth, or there's something like that makes them completely different, right? But I think like we don't really focus enough attention in our society, and I mean, this is kind of like, this idea is like old as time, right? But on like the beauty of personality. Like, I literally know some people, I'm sure other people do too, that are maybe like not like what's the word I'm looking for? Traditionally, like, what we would think of as the most physically beautiful people, but like literally their like personalities, and I'm not just saying like, yeah, like they're, you know, they're not you know what I mean? I'm not saying that. But like, have you ever met somebody that like you're just like blown away by their like you're so like attracted to them physically? Like, they're, I don't mean like you want to get with them. I'm just like, you're like, God, they're beautiful. Like, they're such a beautiful person, right? But then, like, they're a conventional beauty is what I was talking about. But they're not, like, conventionally, like, what society tells us is beautiful. And then you realize, after being around them, it's their personality, it's their charm, it's they just have that something, you know what I mean? Like, humility for me is so beautiful. Like, when you're with somebody, like, we were watching RuPaul's Drag Race last night, and Tamisha Iman, who is on there, she's just so incredibly humble. Like, she's been in the field doing drag for 30 years, and these kids are like joking around and whatever, and she kind of acts like a mother to them and whatever. I mean, she's so incredibly humble, and humility to me is like absolutely beautiful. Grace is a beautiful trait to me, you know? And I've known so many people that are physically conventionally what we would consider beautiful, and they're just ugly souls inside. You know, they're just very negative and nasty and just mean-hearted, you know, and then it makes you look at them in a completely different way, doesn't it? The snow is like, this is like Charlie Brown snow, you know, at the beginning of Charlie Brown's Christmas, where he's like skating and they're catching the snowflakes. That's, if you're like driving into it, it looks like, I don't know if you can see it really, but it looks like it's coming down pretty hard, but it's not. And it's not sticking that much either. I wish it would stick. I'm probably not gonna vlog for a really long time today because, well, I'm gonna drive from here to where I go do the review, and then I'm gonna stop it to do the review. Let me tell you my strategies for the day. And then I'm gonna go from there to the other place that I'm gonna do the Peter Does Stuff video at. I'm gonna go walk in the woods at this wood place. I think it'll be so pretty, you know? Just for like 10 minutes, because I'm scared of serial killers, is really the truth. But, so yeah, I also picked the 15 winners, winner chicken dinner of the book club. For the book. So I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but my book club that I'm doing on Instagram, where I'm just like picking some like fun, well, not necessarily fun, but pop culture read once a month. This is not a true crime book club. This is something completely different. And Mel is so sweet. She's being so supportive of it. And I got some ideas on what to do. Is that Melissa and Jason up there? No. Of what to do for True Crime Book Club from this. But anyway, I had posted the book that I was going to read, which is the Saint X, that I wanted to read for a while. And I tagged the publisher in it. I don't even like know why I thought about that. I think because like I had seen like other booktubers and stuff tag publishers, and I had never really done that before. So I tagged the publisher, and they were Celadon Books. They were so nice. They reached out to me and they said, would you like to give away like 10 or 15 copies? And I was like, would I? Are you kidding? People would love that. So, something happened here, like an accident. Bender. So, I just picked the winners today, and I put them on, I just responded to people's comments on Instagram. So that was fun. And then, one of my favorite books that I have read in the last couple years, is that Melissa and Jason? I don't think they have tinted windows. I'll be able to tell because of she's got a Michael Myers, no, it's not them. Melissa has a Michael Myers, what do you call it, bumper sticker on her car. And it also says, her license plate says October 31st, because she's obsessed with Halloween. That one does not. But anyway, so yesterday, I was like going through my emails. I'm like so behind on my emails. I have to like go through them like, anyway, so I was going through my emails, and the publisher of a book that I've been, like, it's been one of my most anticipated releases, contacted me, and she's like, I know you really liked, this other book. We want to send you, like, a box of, like, fun stuff to do with the book, about the book's release. And this is, like, the first time I've ever gotten any of this kind of stuff. Well, that's not true. Actually, Ransom Riggs, because I'm, like, on... what is it? Whoever publishes Ransom Riggs books, you know, the, I I should try to read those books again because I read the first one and I just did not like it. I wonder if I reread it, if I would like it. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I didn't like the first book. I just couldn't get into it at all. I mean, I finished it and I read the whole thing. I couldn't even tell you anything. I don't remember much about the book except for they go live with that lady. And I remember the beginning of it felt very much like a John Green book to me. It was a kid from Florida and his dad is like a bird watcher or something. Isn't that Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children? Anyway, yeah, I didn't like that book. So, but they sent me a box and it had like all this, they had like, I got like a book, I got the sequel, I think. No, maybe it was Library of Souls, I don't know. I got like the sequel. And then one of those Slide Master things, you know, that you look through and it had pictures of all of them in there. I used to get, I mean, maybe it's because I was more active on my BookTube back in the day, and this is my goal in 2021 is to be more active on BookTube and on my Bookstagram. But I used to get more publishers that reached out to me, and I don't really have that as much anymore. So that's my goal for 2021 is to work a little bit, not just so publishers reach out to me, because my goal is really to, like I was telling, who was I telling this to? It's either telling this to Mel or Valerie. My goal is to introduce more people to reading and get more people excited about reading and start reading. Even if they just read like one book a year, you know? Like even if you just read one book a year, like that's a book that's a world that you were introduced to, characters that you were introduced to, you know? And I know people are like, well, reading's boring or whatever. Reading's only boring if you're reading a boring book. If you read a book that you were really, really interested in, you wouldn't think it was boring. You know, it's the same thing with athletics. Like, I mean, I think athletics are boring, but if I found like a sport that I was like really into, well, I probably wouldn't think it was boring. You know what I mean? So yeah. So, a needle pulling thread, a note to follow, so. Oh my gosh. So what are you doing today on a Saturday? What would I do back in the day on Saturdays? Well, we would probably go out, even if the weather was like this. I started talking about a friend of mine and said her first and last name. Anyway, in regards to going out back in the day. But we probably would go out back in the day, even if the weather was like this. And he's got all kinds of Dreamweaver catchers and everything up in his car. Just all kinds of stuff floating all over the place. What was I gonna say? I had this friend of mine, she was like obsessed with those Dreamcatcher things. She had like huge ones in her bedroom, and she had them like all over her walls and stuff. It was really pretty, actually. I'm not really into the Dreamcatcher things, but she loved them. That's that new Mercedes SUV that when people drive behind me at night, I can see it because the thing lights up on it and it scares me. They come like out of nowhere and it's like the Mercedes ghost is coming to get me. Anyway, we probably back in the day, like when we first started dating, oh definitely we would have gone out. It doesn't matter how cold it was, we went out. So we would get up and we would go have brunch somewhere. And then we would go to the mall and we would buy something to wear for the night. Would we get up and go, but sometimes I think we would get up and go work out too. Like the first year that, I know this is so hard to believe, but the first year that Alex and I were together, we like worked out like every day. We used to work out at LA Fitness, the one in Carmel. So we would work out at LA Fitness, and then for a while we worked out up here. It was Lifetime. Not Lifetime, Lifetime's over there. What was it called? Family Fitness. I don't know what something Family Fitness. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Then that went out of business, and then we went over to Lifetime. And then we didn't use it, and it was so expensive every month. It was like $100 and something. And Alex was like, we're not using this, let's just get rid of it. So we finally got rid of that. And now he's doing hot yoga, and I still have my little gym membership, but I haven't gone in months. I was thinking about this the other day. I haven't even gone since before COVID. And you can go now, but they only allow... Well, I would never go, like, I mean, that was when I was doing training and stuff back then. I don't want to do training now. But I wouldn't go until late at night anyway, like 12 or 1. And I think that they only allow like 4 people in at the time, and they have everything staggered in there, is how it is. Which there's never, ever even 2 people, 3 people in there at a time that late at night. Oh my God, there's another Dreamweaver. I cannot believe it. What's the thing about putting a Dreamweaver in your car? Does that mean something? I thought it was you're supposed to have them in your bedroom. If I see another Dreamweaver, I'm gonna be like, I need to get a Dreamweaver. But anyway, so yeah, we would go out and pick outfits for the night. We would go somewhere and go shopping. And then we would come home and have a little romantical afternoon and take a nap and then get up and go out. And we would be out by like 10 or 10:30. Depending on, okay, on Saturday nights, where would we have gone when we first met? Well, we probably would have gone to the drag show at this bar called Talbot Street that no longer exists. We probably would have gone to a drag show there and met some of our friends, and we would have probably gone, the drag show there started, like, they had one at like 9 and like 11, and then like at 1 or something like that, I think. I think we would have probably gone to like the 10:30 or 11 show, whenever the show was that was around that time. We would have met our friends there. It feels like we always showed up like after it had started. So we would show up there. She has like a Stevie Nicks hat on. Okay, I like that. This big black bolero. How do I like that? So we would go to a drag show and we would meet our friends there. And then we would go over to bars on Meridian, because we've got some friends of ours own several bars over there. And we would go over there. And then we would stay out there from like 12:30 until like 3 o'clock when it closed. And then sometimes we would stay later because our friends owned the bar. So after it was closed down, we would just stay in there with them, you know, and hang out. Those were some of the best times, honestly. And then, or we would go get food on the way home. Typically, we would go get Steak and Shake or Denny's. Oh my God, that was before I was a vegetarian. If we went to Steak and Shake, we would each get a bowl of chili. And I would get cheese and onion on mine. He didn't want cheese and onion on his. And then we would both get, this, you guys, I cannot believe how much we ate. And I can't believe I stayed thin because I was working out all the time too. And my metabolism was different. We would each get a Frisco burger with fries. And a Frisco burger is like a patty melt. It's like a real thin like hamburger. But Frisco burger had like 2 patties on it. And then like this Thousand Island dressing. Of course, this red light at the worst place possible is broken. And so it's like one person at a time can go through here. But anyway, so then we would get a plate of chicken fingers and fries and split that as well. And sometimes I would get a milkshake. They have the best milkshakes ever at Steak and Shake. And then if we didn't go there, we would go to Denny's, and we would get we would get loaded fries to start, which have like cheese and bacon and all this kind of stuff in it, and I would dip it in ranch dressing. Oh my God, it was so good. And then I would get a Moons Over My Hammy, which is sourdough bread, cheese, egg, ham, a Moons Over My Hammy. They're so good. And then I would dip those in ranch or ketchup too. A couple of years ago, we went to Denny's, and I was like so craving a Moons Over My Hammy. And the waitress that was working there, she was like really rude to us. And I said to her, can I have like a moons over my hammy, but with like, and there's like sauce on there. There's like mayonnaise and stuff on there. I don't know what it is. But anyway, but it's like an egg and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, can I have a moons over my hammy, but with like no meat on it? And she was like, huh? And I was like, something like this. I can't remember. And I was like, can I have a moons over my hammy, but with no meat on it? And she was like, so you just want like a sandwich with cheese on it? And I was like, no, I want a moons over my hammy with no meat on it. I don't know why that's so difficult. And she like brought it out and it had like no egg in it. And it had like no whatever else is in it, which is probably nothing but cheese and egg. I wanted a cheese and egg sandwich, basically. Anyway, I didn't get it. So that's what we used to do. And then we would come home and, oh my God, you know, we didn't go to bed till late. We just didn't. And we would, like, I wouldn't sleep, like, as late as I sleep now. Like, back in the day, I mean, we would get up the next morning at, like, not the early, but, like, 10 or 11. I mean, and we're not going to bed till 5 or 6 in the morning, you know what I mean? Well, probably because I was taking a nap in the afternoon, which is where now I take a nap like late at night. My sleep schedule is so messed up. That should be a goal of mine for February, is to get my sleep schedule like fixed, because this is a mess. It's a total mess. This is a mess as well right here. I haven't been to Trader Joe's in forever. I hear all these people on YouTube all of a sudden talking about Trader Joe's, and I'm like, you know, I've never been to Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's, I always think of as being kind of expensive, but it really isn't, especially in like relation to like Whole Foods. Like, Whole Foods is expensive. Like, I was telling somebody this the other day. When I first became, okay, so I was like I first became a vegetarian after my mom passed away. And that was the summer that I was going to visit my friend in Denver all the time. And he was a vegetarian too. So that made it real easy. Plus, Denver had a lot of vegetarian restaurants. I remember we went to this one restaurant, this Mexican restaurant out there, and it was such a cool restaurant. We sat outside on this little patio out back. I think it was called Lime. And they served tequila shots in half limes that were like carved out. And I didn't drink at the time, so he had my tequila shot. But I can remember this dude is like, it's not your turn, honey. There's all these people around me going with me, and this guy's like trying to pull out, and they're all looking at him like, what? Oh, I gotta remember this on the way back. The traffic is horrible that way. What is going on with my car? Why is it not shifting like it's supposed to? Anyway, I remember we also went to this restaurant. He lives in Cherry Creek. There was a restaurant there called North, I think. It was like this Italian restaurant. We went out to dinner with his husband one night, and I remember I had this like mushroom risotto that was so delicious. I'm like I love risotto so much, and it was so delicious. I still get emails from that place, I think, or I did till not long ago, so it must still exist. But anyway, then I came back, and I was like, you know, that summer and whatever, I was single, and I wasn't really, like, I went out, but I didn't really go out a whole lot. One of my other friends, who now lives in Oakland, like, she had like a group of like girlfriends, and I like hung out with them like the whole summer, and like I would go with her like to like the lesbian bars and stuff like that, and then like I would go home at like 1 o'clock when they were gonna go like to a house party or something. Like I didn't have a lot of friends that went out, and so that summer I was like by myself kind of a lot, and unless I was with her. And I would get up and I would do the crossword every day, like I had at that point I had been doing it for a long time. But I would go work out. I was really into working out, but I would go to Whole Foods, and I would go to their deli section, and I would get like orzo salad and like couscous, and like they would have like corn like patties, and I would get like an egg salad sandwich. I would get all this stuff, and it would come to like, you know, $40 for like one meal for like a dinner. And I'm like, how is this so expensive? But it was. Trader Joe's is not like that. But Trader Joe's doesn't, well, our Trader Joe's, I think there are other ones that do have a deli. Ours does not have a deli. Does it have a deli? Am I thinking? No. But they have kind of deli kind of food in the back. They have like wrapped sandwiches and stuff like that. They actually have this one sandwich that I used to get when I ate meat, and it's really good. And it's called like the Thanksgiving sandwich or something. It's like turkey, cranberry, and stuffing, and it's in a wrap. And it is so good, you guys. And it has like a ranch dressing, like vinaigrette on it or something. It is so good. But I don't get that anymore, obviously, because I'm a vegetarian. The last wrap sandwich that I got from Trader Joe's, I wasn't super impressed with. But yeah, their prices aren't, their prices aren't too expensive there. I mean, compared to like Whole Foods. What's the other place? Fresh Thyme is expensive too, but I will say, like, you could not beat like Fresh Thyme's fruit and vegetables. I mean, they are like really fresh. I mean, super fresh. And even like, they make their own juices there. And I was gonna go walk in the woods, but I don't know if this video is gonna really make it. It's not really snowy. I'll have to drive by and see what it's like. But bump. What's I gonna say? But they yeah, they make their own juices there, like orange juice, greens juice. It's just like a wheatgrass kind of deal. And then they have like fresh cut fruit that they put in like containers. I think I'm hearing my car, but I think it's like a car around me. I think it might be the car behind me. It just really sounds like my engine is like really trying too hard, but I can't tell if it's my car or not. So anyway, I don't know what we're gonna end up doing tonight. By the time that Alex gets home, he'll probably say he's just tired and he doesn't really want to do anything at all. That happens sometimes. Well, he and his mom will visit. Like, they don't just visit for like an hour. They visit for like hours. You know, I used to go over to my mom's house and I would stay there for an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, and, you know, drink some coffee, smoke a couple cigarettes, and have some deep intellectual conversation for 2 hours, you know. And then I would go home or fix something. She'd always have something for me to fix. My mom always needed me to fix something. And then I would go home. Like, Alex goes over, but he doesn't see his mom as much as he used to either. Like, he would go out and have, like, you know, a glass of wine with her or something, like, after work. He hasn't done that in a while. Or stop by and see her a couple times a week, like when we first started dating, because he was staying there, you know, still some nights. But man, they can sit there and talk for like 4 hours. 4 hours, 6 hours. I'm like, babe, are we gonna do dinner? It's like 10 o'clock. And he's like, oh, my mom and I are just sitting here still having conversation. I'm like, okay. Do you guys want to see me publish a video on YouTube? Because I'm about to. I have to pull it into the post office here. Oh my God, let me just tell you. Okay, so this really nice woman that is, she and her daughter watch my channel, okay? They had sent me this huge package from, I think, New Zealand. So she messaged me on Twitter and she was like, hey, just wanted to see if you got my package, blah, 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 whatever, or a package, my daughter's package, she sent to you. She's like, it's really heavy and I sent it to you. And I was like, no, I haven't gotten the package. And she was like, she sent me the tracking number and everything for it. And I went, they didn't have it. Okay, they're like, no, we don't have it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I haven't gotten a notice about this or anything. So she messages me again. I'm like, I don't know where it's at, you know, and I felt really bad. So anyway, I went in there yesterday, and this woman that was working there, she's so nice. And I said, you guys have to have this package. I said, this poor woman sent this to me from, you know, New Zealand, and she put this package together for me. It was really, really nice. And I said, and it shows that it was delivered here on the 31st. And so the woman's like, let me look at it. She types it in. She goes, we have no tracking number for that package. How does she have a tracking number? She was like, she has a tracking number for it. And I'm like, I don't know, but there it is, blah, 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 whatever. And, I was like, is that my husband? No, it's a woman, and she is like, why are you looking at me? So anyway, the reason I'm telling the story is because I just pulled into the post office. So she goes, let me write that down and let me go back and look for it. Who just texted me? And so she goes, and she's gone for like 5 or 10 minutes, and she comes back, and, hold on a second. She comes back, and she's like, it has been sitting out there right in front this whole time, and she was like, I wondered whose package it was, because nobody was getting it. And it's back there. It's like this huge package. But anyway, so I finally found it. Isn't that crazy? Oh, man. Here I am posting a video. Are you so excited? Private, public, it's posted. Here it is. And now here I'm going to show you what I do. I take it, and I copy the link, and then I go over to Twitter, and I put new video, and then I paste it, and then I have downloaded the thumbnail, see? So I add that, and then I tweet it. And then I pin it. Da, 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 da. This is why I can't get on social media, because then I'm just on social media. You guys are like, what happened to Peter? Where did he go? Where did he go? Does this thing open up all the way? I probably knew that, didn't I? I think I stopped it myself the other day. You're like, Peter, that's been open like for the last 2 years. But you know what? It doesn't open all the way. Like it does. Like wouldn't it be cool if that was like a sunroof that opened all the way like that? But it doesn't do that. Oh well. What is the deal? It's so hot in here. Oh, it's 77. Okay. So, now you get to kind of see what I do when I, like, drive around for my day. I kind of plan it in my head. So here, I'm going to go do this review video, and then maybe I'll do a booktube video. Oh, I could do a booktube video in the car, too. Because I talk so much about that book. I should have just done it on that, shouldn't I? Yeah, I haven't done a book vlog in a minute. So maybe I'll do that today. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I'm excited for the book club tomorrow. I'm ready to talk about this Casey Anthony case. Apparently there's like a Lifetime movie about it or something. I think I need to watch that. Was there a Lifetime movie about Casey Anthony? Could you guys do me a favor? If you have followed the Casey Anthony case, what are some of the best videos and documentaries that you have watched about Casey Anthony? Put it in the comment section below. You don't have to put the Dr. Phil. You don't have to put the Chris Hansen interview, because I already watched those. But if there's something else out there that's really good, can you guys let me know? I really want to find the whole Marcia Clark segment where she goes in and she talks about what was screwed up about the case. That's what I really want to watch. I really, at this point, don't care to watch a made-for-TV movie. Now, I will tell you, like, a lot of true crime that I read, like, when I'm done reading it, like, I don't really care to ever hear about this person again. The case intrigues me, but I don't care to ever talk about Casey Anthony again. I think she is... Whether she, you know, like, I mean, you have to be careful how you say these things, but, like, whether she killed her daughter or not, she was still disgusting in how she handled that whole thing, you know? And I think, like, I think most people out there think that she did, you know? What do you guys think? What do you think really happened? She said, like, afterwards, like, in this interview, she said, I would like to watch that interview, too, though, with her. So I'd be, like, I can know where she stands today on this kind of stuff. As a private investigator, who is hiring this woman as a private investigator? Anyway, baffling. But, you know, when the case was over, she went on to be, like, the most hated woman in the United States, right? But then she said in this interview, she's like, I don't care what, I don't give a SHI toot what people think about me. You really don't at all? Like, that's kind of sad, honestly. That you don't care at all that people believe that you did this. And that, I mean, that is even more telling to me about her with this whole situation. That she doesn't care what people think, or that she doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, I would, like, if I were in that situation, like, she doesn't care that what people think, or that she doesn't care that people think that she killed her kid. Like, seriously? That's very telling to me. I'm not going to get heated about this case again, but I do want to watch some videos about it. So if you could put that in the comment section below, and then tonight I could watch some of those, that would be really, really helpful. I'd appreciate it. From me to you. My battery is at half thing now, and I only have one other battery, and I'm like, I hope that it will last for all of my other videos that I want to do. For all of my other 50 videos that I want to film. Anyway, I'm going to drive by here, and then I'm going to see if this is going to be a video that's going to happen today, because if it's not very snowy, there's no reason to do the video. I wonder if they even let people in there in the winter like this, but it's so pretty. Yeah, now it's not so snowy. It looks like the snow melted. I thought it would be pretty to walk in, but maybe not. Maybe that was stupid. Maybe that was stupid. There's people, I just saw somebody turn in there, so there's people turning in there, but there's not very much snow anymore, I don't think. But maybe there would be if you, like, walked in there. We'll see. I don't know. Well, we'll see here in a little bit, because I'm going to come back and I'm going to do that video after I do my review video, so we'll see that. Anyway, go check out my Peter Does Stuff channel. I'm having so much fun over there, and I appreciate everybody's support for it and everything. I just love filming videos. And I love you guys. And I hope you're having an amazing Saturday. Put your Casey Anthony suggestions in the comment section below so I know what to watch. I love you guys. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya.